Kumar and I'm from grade 3. So, what are we doing today? You can see I have a telescope. I wanted to look at the stars, but I don't see anything. I just see those clouds that you see. I wonder, where did the stars go? They aren't bright enough to reach Earth, that's why sun. The sun must be making it too bright for us to look at the stars. Because at night it's only bright when the moon is there, right? Oh yeah, that's right. So, today I'm going to say something about the universe. So what is a universe? Universe is a whole expanding ball that holds all the galaxies, like our solar system, including the solar systems, planets, stars, etc. So, what is a galaxy? A galaxy is a swirly shape that stays on the ground, holds all the stars, solar systems like ours, planets, asteroids, a lot in space. And in the middle, what is there? There's a black hole. Black hole is a big ball, just like the universe, but smaller, way smaller. And that is so big that anything could fit through it. Even the biggest stars too, like Arcturus, UI Scuti, even Vivail, those big stars are so big, but still the black hole is so strong, its gravitational force is so strong that it pulls it so hard with the gravity. That's why nothing can escape, not even light. Isn't that cool? So now let's see what is the solar system. So what is a solar system? A solar system is where a star generates power and all the mass to a system that is like ours, like our solar system. So for example, you can see this. This is a 3D model of my solar system, of my school project. So there is all the planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, including the sun. Without the sun, all the force would not hold it and all the planets will be drifting everywhere in space. So that is not good because we cannot stay around the sun, we can't get our light because sun is the source of light, sun is also the source of heat. So without the sun, we couldn't live. If any bigger star replaced it, then it would have touched Earth. Then life would have not been possible at Earth. And sun is a medium-sized star. Even 1 million Earths can fit inside the sun, still it's an average-sized star. Because they're way more bigger. They're so big. Let's see, what are these white lines? So what are these white lines that I made? They're just imaginary lines. Just like Earth has an imaginary line, in its center has an equator. Like that, all the planets have imaginary line that is their path around the whole sun. That is called the orbit. They all spin around the sun. When Earth spins around the sun, different seasons also come because of that. So now let's go to the first planet of the solar system is Mercury. So Mercury is the first and the most craters. Some craters on Mercury look like Mickey Mouse. That's pretty funny. And also it's the smallest planet. Our moon is just a few hundred meters smaller than that. Even there are some moons larger than Mercury. Cool, isn't it? Mercury even has a lot of craters just like our moon. And it's also very hot in the day, so no one would like to go in the day. Everyone will think like evening, no, still it'll be too hot. But then, night, it'll be freezing cold. So, and it is the first planet in the solar system. That's why it only takes 88 days. Isn't that fast? 1 year, only 88 days? That's cool. So now let's go to the next planet of the solar system. So guess what is it? It's Venus, Earth's evil twin. Venus is also called Earth's evil twin because they are pretty similar in size, but on the land they're whole opposite of each other. I mean, Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. Why? Even though Mercury is supposed to be the hottest because it's near to the sun, then how could it be Venus? Venus is hotter because it has so much dense clouds. Its atmosphere is so toxic, and its acid rain will fall. There's no lakes or rivers like Earth. And those acid rains, all those atmosphere will crush you in seconds. Because in the atmosphere there's sulfuric acid that's burning hot. But why is it burning hot, more hotter than Mercury? Because of the dense clouds that trap the heat in Venus to keep Mercury less warmer than Venus. Even though because not Mercury doesn't have any atmosphere like Venus and Earth. That's why Venus's atmosphere only reflects light. So what that means is that it reflects all the light that you can see in from Earth, our home. You can see it, it's so bright. It's the second brightest objects in the night sky. Cool, isn't it? So now let's go to our home planet, Earth. So Earth is the planet where we live in. So we live on Earth because there's all the things that life needs. So there is the perfect weather. If it would have been too hot like Mercury or too cold like Uranus, then life would have not been possible. Because it's just the right temperature, the right amount of land, there's water that's needed for life, everything essential needed for life, air to breathe. So there's a lot of things that we need on Earth. There's nothing else that we need. Even Earth is also one of the only planet that has life that until we have discovered. Scientists will soon discover new planets that humans are possible to live on. So let's go to the next planet, Mars. Mars is red planet. Why? Because all the iron oxide in the soil. So what is iron oxide? It's just like rust. When you get some iron, put some water and wait, it becomes rust, doesn't it? So when that is crumbled, that makes it a reddish look. That's why Mars is a red planet, because of the iron oxide. So Mars, why are scientists so interested? Because Mars is almost possible for life. So many rovers have been sent to Mars. The Curiosity rover launched by NASA to Mars, then that rover, it discovered a big evidence just like a frozen rocky iron oxide river. And even there's water ice. So just like Antarctica on Earth, like that, Mars also has ice. How is ice? And scientists think that wherever there's water, life can be possible. So let's go to the next area of the solar system. So first, you see the asteroid belt. So you remember Mars, its two moons are just like asteroids from the asteroid belt. Their names are Phobos and Deimos. Okay, that means panic and fear. So the asteroid belt was a bunch of rocks. So what is the largest asteroid? The largest is Vesta, but the longest and biggest is Crest. So Crest is 950 kilometers. Isn't that big? Yes, it's pretty big. And even some craters on Vesta also look like a snowman. Isn't that cool? Oh yeah, that's cool. How could even a snowman form? How could that form? Not like someone just put a snowman on that, literally that asteroid. Who even lands on an asteroid? There's no humans on an asteroid to make a snowman. So what happened to make that crater? Actually, what does crater means? Crater means like huge asteroids hit into some piece of land. Asteroids are a piece of land and they got hit with some other asteroids. So that's what happened. That's why Mars has two moons like that, and even Vesta has a snowman like crater. So now let's go to the next planet that is the king of the solar system. Can you guess? Okay, you're right, it's Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet of the solar system. That's why it's called the king of the solar system. So that's cool, isn't it? Because why is it called the king? It's not because it's only so large, because it can fit all the planets inside Jupiter. Isn't that cool? And even Jupiter has a lot of moons. And the largest moons of them all are Ganymede, which is, even though Ganymede is bigger than Mercury. Oh no, that's cool. And some like Europa, Castillo, Io. Io is the most volcanic area in the solar system. It's more than Venus and Mars. That is very active volcanoes. And Castillo has a lot of shiny water ice, just like Mars we talked about, but more transparent like the ice that we have. Mars's ice has a bit white like snow. It is more taller when it comes out like a fountain. It's more taller than the tallest mountain in the world, Mount Everest. But do you know on Mars there's a more taller volcano than Mount Everest? That is 25,000 meters. That means it is 25 meters. I mean kilometers. That is a lot. Isn't that cool? Yes, that is very cool. So now let's go see that Jupiter. What do you think is that red patch? That red patch is actually the Great Red Spot. That Great Red Spot is actually a storm that has been going over 200 years. So Jupiter even has some rings, but they can only be visible with a big telescope, not like the telescope that is right over here. So now let's go to the next planet, Saturn. Saturn is the ringed planet. It is very good. It's like very good to watch at if you have, because it's very beautiful. Because it has rings. The rings are so beautiful. They are made out of ice and rocks. So those ice and rocks are pulled and stayed out of place on on Saturn. Isn't that cool? Sure it is. So now, the largest moon of Saturn is the second largest moon. That is Titan. That is a bit larger than Mercury too. So now let's go to the next planet of the solar system. That is Uranus. Uranus is these are the colder planets. But these two, Jupiter and Saturn, those are the big gas giants that are having so much helium, hydrogen, a lot of those gases. But on Uranus, there's a little methane. That methane is all the way that makes it blue. And that's very cold in temperature. Isn't that cool? And also one fact about Uranus is that it's tilted so much that it goes sideways. And even it has some rings. Even Jupiter does have a bit. But this can be seen like a bigger telescope. As I said, for Jupiter, and Neptune has also a bit of rings too. So Neptune, the farthest planet from the solar system. It's so far from the sun. For just one orbit around the sun, it takes 165 years. That's so long. The last time where Neptune was and now it is before Civil War, before computers, before mobile phones, so many years ago. So that is a long time ago. So if But Mercury, the closest planet, only takes 88 days. So let's see how many days does it takes for all planets to orbit the Sun. Mercury takes 88, Venus takes 225, Earth takes 365, Mars takes 687, Jupiter takes 12 years, Saturn takes 29 years, Uranus takes 84 years, and Neptune 165 years. That's a long time, isn't it, for Neptune? So, see you in the next vlog. Have happy space adventures. Stay awesome, stay in love, peace, and woo! Bye!